Hey guys, my name is Sierra and welcome back to the second episode of Beauty Talks, our new series where we bring you through our skincare and makeup routines so that you get a little insight onto how we get our final faces, I think. So I'm going to be bringing you through my whole routine, and at the end of it I think we'll come up with like this beachy summer look. Yeah, let's go! The first thing that I do when I wake up in the morning is I wash my face, which I've already done, but after that I put on my contacts, especially if I'm going out. So that's what we're gonna do. And people look so weird putting on their contacts. People look like... Okay, after I put on my contacts, we're gonna start with skincare. The first thing that I always go in with is toner. I have this Watermelon Glow toner from Glow Recipe. I absolutely love Glow Recipe, and I think like three of the products that I use in my... Oh wait, this was a new one. I need to... Alright. Everything just smells so nice. It smells like like a fruit basket. Okay, next thing I'm gonna go in with is the Glow Recipe Hyaluronic Acid Serum. This is really good because it hydrates your skin, and I have quite dry skin, to be frank. Like, my hair is so dry, my hair is so oily. It's a whole mess. And some people might be like,
oh, you only have to put it in one area, like here.
I'm lazy.
I take it and it goes everywhere. And then the last thing that I go in with for my skincare is the Glow Recipe Nicotinamide Dew Drops. These are really good too. They're very good for glow. Now, starting on the base of my makeup, I always go in with a primer. Primers are super important. I actually don't even know what primers do. What do primers do? I just use a primer. This one's from Bobbi Brown. I got it free in a Sephora. Well, when I spent too much money at Sephora, they sent it to me. So I was like, okay, thanks. After my primer, I go in with foundation, and actually for the longest time I didn't use foundation at all, but recently I found lots of lightweight foundations that I love because I have freckles, you see. If I put on like a heavy foundation, a matte foundation, it always covers them, and then I get sad about it because I love my freckles. So I was recently introduced to the Fenty Ease Drops. I'm shade number 3. When we went for the Fenty lunch, something they told us that we could do is that we could mix this with this, which is their moisturizer, and it has SPF in it. So basically you put it together and then you use a beauty blender and then you mix this up, so you have both foundation, moisturizer and sunblock all in one. So it looks like I'm putting a lot of it on, but it's really just all moisturizer, so you can see it doesn't cover much. So I'm pretty happy with that. Then after that, I normally go in with concealer. Concealer is the part where I go a little bit more heavy-handed than my foundation, just cause recently I haven't been sleeping enough. Now that I'm done with my base, I'm gonna set my under eye because I just put concealer on it, and what I use is the Givenchy Prism Libre setting powder, kind of. Again, this is also super great because it sets, but it also creates this very glowy effect. Previously, I also did not use to set my face. I didn't think it was important, but now that I go out for long hours, sometimes you get oily. We're gonna move on to contouring and blushing, and this is the part I'm most excited for in this makeup routine because this is where your face shape can really change. I go in straight with contour. I don't really use cream contour because what I realized is that it gives me acne, but I just switched completely to powder contour. And I use this Marc Jacobs Cafe palette, which I swear by is so good. I know a lot of people for contour like using an angled brush, but I like using a big fluffy brush, so I use it between these two. So I'm just gonna go in straight with the contour shade here. And then I'm gonna work it upwards and down my cheek as well. Also, I love contouring the bottom of the jaw. I think one time I was at a photo shoot and I was requested to do my own makeup. So I came to set and they liked everything except the way that I contoured my jaw. Because at the time I was really young, I was like 18, and I didn't know that you had to bring it all the way down to your neck so that it looked more natural. And then I just had like one line of brown here. Another tip that I picked up from makeup artists, just take an eyeshadow brush and then just go in and start under your eyebrow, so here. And then slowly bring it down your nose. Next, I'm going to use this cream blush by Nude Sticks. I really like this blush because it's very easy to figure out where it should go on your face. And when I say that, I mean, recently I've learned from Madison Beer that you should place your blush on the highlight portion of your face because that will automatically like bring your face upwards. So with this blush, you can just put like 1, 2, 3 on both sides. I'll just take a beauty blender. I use like this side of it. As you can see, it's been used and abused. And then I'll just blend it out. For this sun-kissed look, I kind of want the blush to be really obvious. I want it to look like I've been sweating in the sun for a good minute. And another tip, this one I learned from Kylie Jenner, as you can tell I've been watching way too many YouTube makeup tutorials, is that she actually puts her blush here as well on the temples of her forehead. So because that was a cream, I'm a big fan of setting creams with powder, regardless of what type of product they are. So on top of that, I'm gonna take my Fenty Beauty blush brush and then go into the Prism Libre brush by Givenchy. Now, as we all know, the typical e-girl placement of the blush is across the nose bridge, and I always think that's really cute. So I just take the big brush, I squeeze it a little bit, and then I just go like that. Moving on to the eyes, I like using the same contour color from the same Marc Jacob palette that I use, and then I just use that as a base. For this eye look, I'm gonna do a really natural peachy eye look, which is honestly so distant from who I am as a person. I was like, why, if you have so many colors in a palette, be creative? But today, I will admit that they are nice. I'm gonna be using the Mona palette by Sahur. Sahur is a Singapore influencer who also does makeup, and this palette is amazing. I love the colors, I think it's so fun. You have neutrals and you have really bright shades, which I love. Now I'm going to take the smaller part of the brush and I'm going to spray it with setting spray. I'm very lazy. A lot of people use like different brushes for everything. I use the same brush for my nose contour as my eyes, and then I'm going to use it later again to contour my lips. Like it's all the same to me. You see, I said I was gonna do a peachy eye and then I put bright pink on it. I'm gonna take the same shades, maybe the pink and the orange, and then mix them together and then put them on my under eye. I have really thick eyebrows, so I don't really like to overdraw them. What I do is I really just fill in the spaces that are sparse. Yeah, so I take the 24-hour brow setter. It's kind of like a gel that just keeps your brows in place. And the front part I feather upwards. And for the back section, I try and sculpt it to the shape that I want. Okay, highlight, yes. So same thing, I'm using this Bobbi Brown highlighter. It's called Pink Glow, and I like it because the glitter is very fine. I'm not a big fan of highlighters with chunky glitter. I like it to be very thin. So I'm just gonna take my finger and then like line it down the place where I put my concealer just now. And then I'm gonna put a bit at the tip of my nose. Take the same finger with the leftover stuff and then put it under my eyebrow. I also put a bit on my Cupid's bow. And then instead of honestly taking a brush, I still use the same finger and then I lightly just dust it over here. I will take a liquid lipstick or a stick lipstick. This one is called Posh Nude by Pixie. And then for the top lip, I try not to follow the Cupid's bow and the shape of my natural lip. I'll go straight across the Cupid's bow. Then I'm gonna take this clear gloss by Fenty Beauty. I love clear glosses. They're so good. Okay, mascara on the bottom lashes just to, you know, make my eyes look even bigger than they already do. I'm using the Roller Lash by Benefit. I like this one. It doesn't smudge too much on my lower lash line and it's really easy to apply. Last step, I'm going to be using glitter. I love glitter and I love putting it everywhere. This one is by Pixie and it's basically solid glitter. So I just take a little bit of it and then I'm gonna put it on my inner corner. So it basically acts as the most intense inner corner highlight you can achieve. I'm gonna be taking this setting spray. It's called the Professional by Benefit and I actually really like this one. I feel like some setting sprays are a little bit too dewy, so then they cause your makeup to fall off easily, but this one dries very fast, which I like. I guess that's it. I guess we're done. So yeah, that's the end of this makeup tutorial. I hope that you guys have picked up some tips from me today, whether it's you recreating the whole look or just learning how to contour your nose a little bit differently. And I hope that you've enjoyed this video. So if you want to see more of beauty talks, leave it in the comment section down below and let me know what other looks you might want to see from me. You can click here to subscribe and click here to watch our latest video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!